welcome to this broadcast. I'm Mike Griffiths. I have the pleasure to be joined by Mohammed Ajouz. He's the head of product support, and Andy Cobbold, who's the head of digital platform support. And today we're here to talk about automation and AI within support. So welcome, Andy. Welcome, Mohammed. Thanks for joining me today.
Great to be here.
Great to be here as well, Mike. Thanks for having us.
So, Mohammed, I'll start with you. Perhaps you can just give us a little run through of why automation, why AI, why is this important to us within support?
Well, obviously, this is driven by customer expectations. But before I get into this, let me tell you a little bit how this industry has changed. When I started my career about 25, 30 years ago, mission critical applications was a fairly new concept. Financial institutions, government agencies, manufacturing plants would have one or two mission critical applications at most, and the rest was done through end of day batch processing. Well, this has changed. This has changed quite a bit. I mean, everything is mission critical nowadays. Everything is real time, including the apps we have on our smartphone. 24/7 support is no longer an exception, it's an expectation. Technology is getting so sophisticated, so integrated that small problem upstream can mean a very big problem downstream. So looking at this reality, or along those realities, customer expectations have changed dramatically as well. So it begs the question, how do we address those new customers' needs? And even more, how can we think ahead of what these customer needs might be? Do we have enough solutions? Do we have enough technology? Do we have enough knowledge? And this is why we see us focusing so much on automation and tooling.
So talk about the technology then. How is that playing a role?
Take a look at real-time interactions. Today in the workforce, whether it's at SAP or within our customers, it's very common to find up to 5 generations of workers. The new generation, the millennials and the Gen X, have a completely different expectations from support than people from our generation. The Gen X and the millennials, they want easy access, they want immediate response, they want consumer-like experience. And that's how we came up with the idea of real-time channels. It started with expert chat, where the customer is immediately and in a real-time manner connected with a product expert and getting their solution within a 30-minute chat session. Today, we have 2/3 of our chat sessions resolved within the first 30 minutes. Let me also talk a little bit about what is commonly known as digital support experience. We call it built-in support. The industry sometimes refers to it as embedded support. Is today, customers, when they face a problem, they have to leave their application, go to a support portal to do their support work, have their solution, and then they come back into the product. Why don't we bring the support experience into the product? And today we have this technology. We have built-in support for S/4HANA Cloud, and eventually we'll have it for more products in the future. Customers from within the product can interact with support. They can search our knowledge bases, they can chat with a support engineer, they can create an incident. Everything that they can do from a support portal, we're bringing that experience into the product. Finally, artificial intelligence and machine learning. 2 terms that are very common now in each and every industry. And we're leveraging both, just like many other of our peers and our competitors. We're leveraging both to build a truly exceptional customer experience. We pick up on trends, we pick up on patterns, and provide solutions much quicker and even before the customer faces the problem. This is the power of AI and machine learning.
Great, thanks, Mohammed. Great overview. Can I dig a little bit more though, and perhaps expand a bit more on how we're looking at customer effort and the connection with customer value and how that is driving our innovations?
One thing we continuously monitor in product support, and it is the premise of everything that we do, is the relationship between value and effort. The formula cannot be any simpler. The more efforts customer put in finding a solution, the less value they're going to see. More effort, less value. This is called value erosion. So what we try to do in support is to come up with projects, automation, tools, etc., to reduce the level of effort. And as the formula goes, as you reduce the level of effort on customers, the more value they are going to see. And if you're looking at the chart, you could see how the value arrow and the effort arrow are going in opposite direction. So for the longest time, the support industry was kind of stuck in the first circle, which is the reactive support, which is you have a problem, you come to us, you log a ticket, we work on it, and we provide you a solution. And you can see from that chart, this is maximum effort. This is the place where the customer puts the most amount of effort, and as a result, they see less value. Now, we try to go upstream. We started introducing things like communities, where it's a one-to-many relationship, and customers saw more value in the service because it was less effort for them. We introduced real-time channels, again, which is less effort because it's an instantaneous connection with the support engineer, and as a result, they saw more value. But today, if we look at the industry as it is today, most of the companies, including SAP, is spending a lot of time, effort, and resources on automation. And automation is really about automating the repetitive processes, the repetitive tasks, so customers and support engineers can focus on more value-added tasks. And the idea behind the work we're doing on automation is because we want to go to the top of the stream, which is predictive and preventative. Because up until automation, everything that we've done is really triggered by one event, and this is the customer having a problem and then coming to us for support. Now, we want to get ahead of that curve. We want to get to a point where we identify a problem or we predict a problem, we solve it before the customer even hits it. And that's why we're trying to move upstream into the predictive space. So we predict that a problem is going to happen before the customer hits it, and we fix it, and then hence the word preventative. So predictive and preventative is really the future of all support organizations.
Thank you, Mohammed. That's great. Andy, perhaps I can come to you now. As head of one of our largest product areas, can you talk a little bit about how we are using AI and automation on our support portal and how that is going to lower customer effort and increase their value?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. As Mohammed said there, I mean, we've been focusing a lot on how we lower the effort for our customers to help them solve problems more quickly. And really, our latest innovation does exactly that. We call it the Support Assistant, and it's a tool that we've invested a huge amount of our collective knowledge in support to help our customers. So today, when you go log a ticket on our support portal, you pick your product and you pick your system, and then the Support Assistant pop-up will appear on your screen. And you can see on the visual, that's the box on the left-hand side of the screen here, is that we're offering you a mechanism to really faster solve your problem faster. And we're encouraging everybody to use this, because what it's going to do in a few short questions is really ask you very product and problem specific questions. Based on the answers you give, it's going to give you more relevant questions related to that product or that kind of problem, and it will hopefully help narrow down a solution. Now, obviously, that's the fastest way to solve a problem for a customer is to help them resolve it themselves. But if it's not fixed by the questions and the solutions that we provide, before the ticket's actually created on our portal, we ask for log and trace files that might help us narrow the problem down still further. We also indicate where you can find these log files. So it's a very straightforward, easy process. And then in the background, once these log files have been uploaded, we have a system of analyzers and parsers running through those log files, those trace files, to try and identify critical issues and, again, provide solutions to anything that we find. Now, still at this point, no human has had to interact with this. So this is just a matter of a few minutes to really exhaust a lot of the known issues that we have. But the great news is, if all of our efforts here didn't help solve the problem, we've collected everything that we're going to need to be able to quickly resolve that issue and get it to a qualified engineer as quickly as possible. Now, that's significant because that right there removes about 30% of a resolution time for any ticket, because that back and forth between support engineer and customer to define the issue, to collect the relevant files, takes quite a lot of time, and we can eliminate that with the use of our support assistant. So we can capture it all in 2 to 3 minutes, and really that's where the power of AI comes in. You know, taking time-intensive processes and automating them to reduce customer effort and therefore maximize customer value. That's really what makes the digital support experience really valuable to our customers, Mike.
Brilliant. Thank you, Andy. And thanks so much to both of you for your insights. And thank you for joining this broadcast. If you'd like to learn more, then please do follow the other upcoming broadcasts. And you can see how SAP services and support can help you become an intelligent enterprise as you transition to growth. And that's all for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.